The Polyglot Gathering is organized by Education at Internet.
So I think that's it, and we can start. Welcome to the Lasagna Room at the program that is called What is TEJO, right?
Exactly.
Okay. After the presentation, we will use Slido for questions. If you want, you can enter right now, and then we will have 15 minutes for the questions. Thank you.
And since you're a few, we already know who will be doing the questions, probably. So, welcome. I am Gabriele.
I'm Korsako.
And we are volunteers of TEJO, the organizations that we volunteer for, that we work for, and that sent us here to represent it and to talk about how youth Esperantist community works. We are part of a project. At the moment, we are 3 volunteers. One of them is not here. He stayed in Rotterdam when we leave. And in this presentation, we would like to give the broadest idea that we can about all the things that we try to do in the year that we spent in Rotterdam as volunteers of TEJO. But since it's kind of difficult sometimes to present everything that TEJO does, because it's a very big community throughout the whole world, a lot of projects, maybe it's better to start from another question. So what does TEJO not do? TEJO doesn't look for money at the moment. So we're a non-profit organization. We don't speak Tokipona and don't promote it also.
Very important.
We also don't represent any national government and any political party. We don't loot TEJO, which is something else. It's a national Colombian game. And if you type TEJO on the internet, this is going to be the first result. Don't go there. That's not what we're trying to promote here. We are TEJO, not TEJO. Also, we do not tolerate discriminations, any kind of. And this is part of the values that inspires every activity that TEJO tries to organize with all the projects that we do. And we also do a lot of other things, but we couldn't make like the whole list of the things that we do not do, so we just leave it there. And I mean, you can also give it a look later.
We are planning to do the snail racing in Antarctica, but we're not doing it yet.
Exactly. So to give some general information, we are a platform. That's probably one of the best words that we can use to describe the organization. As we said, it's an NGO. It's the youth organization of the UEA, the Universal Esperantist Association. And since it's an international one, we have also 51, sections, yes, country sections, that are part of the biggest picture of the biggest organization. We're not going to go in detail in the historical part, but we were born in 1938. At the time, we had a very bad name. The organization was called TEJO. I don't even know how to pronounce that. So in 1952, we decided to change the name, and that was actually a very good idea because it's more pronounceable. Then TEJO became the youth section of UEA. And as the time passed by, we started to do the first projects that nowadays are still active, they're still ongoing, like Contacto, the review that maybe you saw at the kiosk that we were not selling, like giving away, and we still have some copies, so if you are looking for them, we still have some to start reading something in Esperanto. Pasporta Servo, which Korsako will introduce in a minute. TEJO Tutmonde, which is another web project. And this is not a project, but in some years ago, in 2016, TEJO also became totally legally independent. Our goals. Of course, we are an Esperantist organization, so one of the main goals is to promote Esperanto. And this is our mascot. We also want to do that by creating Esperantist content, which means songs or whatever. In the projects, we create a lot of things, and we also try to give a culture to Esperanto. We also participate in political talks, and we try to use Esperanto as a tool to think about the world in the projects that we do. And we also like to use these projects to give young people the possibility to meet other young people throughout the world, to share the values that represent TEJO, and to learn languages, not only Esperanto, and to promote this atmosphere, international and multicultural, that represent that, yes, this inspires Esperanto. Yes, and of course also all the other values of like solidarity and intercomprehension and between all the peoples and everything that you already know about Esperanto probably. How do we do that? In this part of the presentation, we'll try to give also a very general idea about how TEJO works in terms of in terms of the system that keeps everything together. Sorry, this was for another presentation. So this is the structure of TEJO, actually, the real one. And it's very complicated, but the whole point is to create a structure so that it is as democratic as possible, with representatives that come from all over the world. We have a committee, the board, and the commission that we can say. And we are there, the volunteers. And we will try to, promote and try to do our job, and to also interrelate with all the other parts of the organization. This is the board of this year, without a leader, which is Lucia, that I don't know whether we'll watch this presentation or not. In that case, hi, Lucia. And now I will hand it over to Korsako for the second part of the presentation, where we'll give it where we'll give more details about what concretely the projects that we have that I have anticipated are about.
Yeah, so we already talked about Contacto, which you can see in our, next to the reception.
Sorry.
Yeah, and TEJO Actuale, which is an email blast that we, the volunteers, take care of every month about the new things that happen in TEJO, or the new events that are about to happen that look interesting. Of course, Contacto has a long history, as you've seen in the slides before. And you can also see that the style changes throughout the years, which is very interesting. And then Pasporta Servo is something else we do, which is something I wanted to show. And let's see if it goes. Yeah. So Pasporta Servo is like couch surfing, but for Esperanto people. And you can, when you want to visit another country, most of the time you don't want to pay for a hotel or anything. So you're just going to visit there and visit Esperantists who host you. For example, if I zoom in up here, a lot of people, as you can see, and then we're going up, voila, hip, and here you have my house. So if any of you want to visit, you can find me there. Send an email, ask if I can stay for a few days, and maybe if I can guide you guys through Bruges, show the local spots, and have a nice, local experience, which you usually don't have when you are hanging out as a tourist. So, very important, because you can go around the whole world with it. Wait, voilà. Yeah, that's my passion. And then we also have Retoso, for those who don't want to move from their homes. It's an online event.
Born during COVID.
Born during COVID, of course, with more than 100 hours of programs. And it's free. So you can join whenever. Of course, when people want to give money, we always accept it, but it's not necessary. But so we talk about a lot of topics. For example, in which house of Harry Potter would you belong to? Very interesting topic. A lot of discussions. And a lot of disagreements as well. Then, of course, we also do other stuff, like trainings, projects, or events. We also participate in other events, like the European Youth event. This was from 2023. But also this year, some of us are going.
Representing, yes.
Representing.
TEJO also this year.
Yay. Sorry. Then we also do trainings. We organize trainings, and we can also participate in other trainings. It's all from the European Solidarity Corps. Well, you see it here, yeah. So they have two buildings in Strasbourg and in Budapest. So this one was in Budapest, where I went in February, and it was great. It's always fun, interesting people, and you learn a lot about the theme as well. Sorry, I'm diverging again. We also do musicals, because part of our goals, thank you, is to make new content in Esperanto. So a musical is a great idea. This one is like 2 hours long, and is
almost, isn't it 3?
No, this one's 2. You can find it on YouTube. And then, of course, the first one was a gigantic success. So we made a second one the next year. But that wasn't enough, because we thought if we can make one in a year, we can make 2. So we made 2 in 1 year, which was great. And as you can see, we're all jolly all the time. Yeah. Also, Esperanto Sen Lime was a project where the Esperantists that you see there have to hitchhike through Europe, and at certain locations they have to do a few tests or exercises, challenges, games, and then they made episodes of it. So also in YouTube. And I'm going to show the video that's presenting it.
The advertisement.
Ĉu vi iam vidis reklamon de frenezan televidprogramon kaj pensis, ho ve, mi ŝatus ke mi havu tion en Esperanto? Bone, jen via revo realigita. 10 junuloj konkuros dum 10 tagoj vojaĝante tra 4 landoj de Eŭropo, plenigante la plej frenezajn, stultajn kaj amuzajn defilojn.
Vi narretas krokodili.
Kiuj atingos pli da poentoj kaj iĝos la unuaj venkintoj de tiu ĉi vojaĝkonkurso?
Onde, ĉu ni estas la unuaj?
Malkovru tion en la nova serio en Esperanto. Bonvenon al Esperanto Sen Lime.
So, yeah. In the budget, we had some space for t-shirts and also for pins, which was great. This one was also a gigantic success. So the second one is also in progress. And now it doesn't work. Wait. Hup. Yeah. So, but mainly, we also do the International Youth Congress. It's an event every year with about 200 to 300 Esperanto youth for us, Esperanto Youth is between 18 and 35. But people of other ages are also welcome, of course. And then we have fun, as you can see. And some of us participate. Okay, so that's me 7 years ago. And someone else made the slides. Yeah. So yeah, it's always a fun event.
I mean, that was like the concrete proof that people have fun there, and you have the...
People have fun there, yes. So this event has been organized for 80 years straight. And we also have a flag on which every year they put their own markings about that year. It's a gigantic flag and it's awesome. Sorry. And we also do a lot of things in these events. So movements, debates, concerts, of course. Musicals, language courses, because we like languages. And Trinco Mangia Nocto, which I think you have... Stolen? It's borrowed, it's used for the... what did you call it here?
Culinary festival.
Yeah, culinary festival.
Of course.
Which is, yeah, the same.
In Esperanto, it's the night where you drink and eat.
Yeah, which we do. Mostly drink. Yeah. So yeah, the International Youth Congress this year is in Indonesia, in Cisarua, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Cisarua. We still haven't figured it out.
Yeah. And if you want to join...
or have information. Yeah.
Or have information, you can scan the QR code. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be in August. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going there. Yay.
We're very professional.
Yeah, no, you can go on.
Okay, so one more thing. European Solidarity Corps. So we are the volunteers of TEJO, but it's the European Solidarity Corps that pays us to work for the nonprofit TEJO and Esperanto for 1 year. This is a project of ESC that's recurring. So every year you have 3 new volunteers. If any of you are below 35 and would like to do this, it's a 1-year project with 3 volunteers who have 1 house and 1 office. You can see this is the house.
We gave a lot of private addresses today.
Yeah, that's the house, that's the office on the same street. Very useful. That's a volunteer house. Nicely decorated, and the office. And so, of course, we have a lot of fun. We do a lot of interesting things, funny things, stupid things. It's the fun life. And what do we do exactly? So not just have fun. So we do office work. We organize events like IOFO in Italy, yes, with New Year in Belgium. We
advertise or promote.
Yeah. We advertise Esperanto, of course. We also teach Esperanto, mostly to children from nearby schools. We do the trainings. And last but not least, we represent TEJO in the whole world, like right now. So, with that said, are there...
15 minutes to do that.
Yeah. Are there any questions with the Slido app, if I correctly? And we have to move here, right? Yeah. So how was making of the musical 2 in a year is wild. So
it was wild.
Yeah. We have a few experts in in making music and songs or translating the songs, and then taking the scenes are taken out of not everyday life, but life of Esperantists who go to youth congresses. So the adventure of going by train to the Congress, what happens, what relationships do we have, and everything. Great presentation, thank you.
Dankon.
And how do you have time for everything? So we are full-time volunteers, which means that we have our working hours during
Which we did not respect.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. So we have.
Oh, more.
Okay. We have our own house and the office free to use it as long as we want to. So if we want to, we can stay until 10 or wake up early in the morning. And in the events, we usually don't sleep. So that's how we have enough time to do everything.
They were just very passionate about it.
Where do we get teachers for Esperanto? So the basics we can do ourselves because the grammar is very easy. But usually teachers, they have their own organization, which is Esperanto Ilei.
Ilai, yes.
Yeah, thank you. So there, the Esperanto teachers teach other Esperanto speakers how to teach Esperanto. You can also do exams and become better and everything. So that's where we find the teachers. Usually it's Esperantists with a lot of interest in, yeah.
Yeah, it also depends on the country probably, because I know that in Italy, for example, you have to go through all the exams and they're quite difficult. Then just when you do the third level, you can become actual teachers. It's not that simple as it might seem, actually.
Yeah.
But for the basics, everyone can actually do it.
Okay. The next one, why did you decide to volunteer for TEJO? What was the process? So, do you want to start?
Existential crisis.
Existential crisis. And I was in the International Youth Congress last year in the Trinco Mangia Nocto. So I was drinking and eating and drinking and drinking. And then they asked me and I said yes. Kind of. And then in the morning it was already done. But yeah, I didn't have anything to do. So existential crisis as well.
I mean, that's pretty precise.
Yeah. Next question. What is your advice for someone who is interested in volunteering at TEJO?
Coming to the lightning session that we're doing tomorrow, because we will be talking for 5 minutes about that and try to convince you to become the next volunteers.
Okay, yeah. And the next one, does Spoo find it hard to work with kids in schools? Is that you, Spoo?
It's anonymous. You cannot.
Okay, so he wants to become a teacher, and I've already studied to become a teacher as well. So we both like to work with kids.
So yes.
So yeah, it's not that hard and it's fun. But the groups are also usually smaller, 5 to 10 children, which also makes it easier. Yeah. Next one. Are there any other promotional activity which you have not talked about so far?
Definitely, yes.
Yes. But that's not only, so we're not the only ones doing it. We also have a position for communicator inside TEJO, who does a lot of that work.
Yeah, and yeah. No,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm in the Esperanto community. I've been in the Esperanto community for 2 years now, and still I don't know everything about it. So there is always a project that pops up or something. So yeah, if you also look at the page of TEJO, you're definitely, for example, going to find more things there than the one that we mentioned.
Yeah. Next one. Where's the next Congress planned after Indonesia? We were told...
Can we say that?
Can we say that?
I don't think so.
We were asked not to say it
I mean,
before this Congress begins. So
But, yeah, exactly, probably. But like the next, not summer, Congress is going to be near Berlin.
near Berlin,
In,
with New Year's,
at
the
the
whole
beginning.
week, which is a great way to learn Esperanto, have fun, have New Year's, because we always do fun stuff, and yeah, get into the community. Or Festo, in the south of France,
France during summer.
which is also in summer, in August.
Yeah.
Or Uco, which will be here in 2 months.
Exactly here.
Yeah, here. Then, what is your typical day as a volunteer?
That's a fun question.
Typically, wake up, eat in our kitchen together or not together, because we usually wake up at different hours. So I'm usually more of an early bird. He's usually
Night owl. Owl.
Yeah, he's not. So I work usually pretty early and then leave in the early afternoon. And then he arrives later and stays until God knows when, 10, 11, 2 in the morning sometimes.
I'm also writing my thesis, okay?
Yes. So a typical day isn't really typical because depending on the project at the moment, we can have a very different schedule. And sometimes we just go to an event and then, yeah, the timing is also very different.
I wouldn't say that there is actually a typical day. It changes a lot. Yeah, some days it just like office days, and you have to respond to the emails and send like packages. But the other day, even though if it's also office day, you have to do different tasks, and then there are the events, as is mentioned. It can be very, various. Can change a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Where can I learn Esperanto if I'm a total beginner?
Everywhere, like yeah, there is Duolingo, there is Lerno, which is a website that you could use to learn Esperanto and its grammar rules, at the same time with a story that gets you through it, and
And if you're more of a personal lessons person, usually you can find Esperanto teachers in almost every country. And usually around big cities, there's at least one. Yeah.
there are online free teachers.
Yeah.
They're easy to find depending on the countries also. Platforms like also HelloTalk and Tandem, there are Esperantists there that are ready to talk to you in Esperanto. It's very accessible. It was one of the goals, so I think it works.
Yeah. And normally the on-site lessons were free, but then it turned out that when we make people pay, they come more. Okay, so some of the teachers just started asking for the money.
Money.
How do you make money? Sorry if it's... so we actually don't. So we get we get a house in Rotterdam, and we get money for food every month. So we're not going to starve this year, but we're also not becoming richer for the 12 months that we're there. And
It's enough money to survive.
yes, it's enough money.
It's definitely enough.
So yeah,
So Esperantists are very generous. So sometimes I don't know. You can if you can ask to an Esperantist if you're starving or something, they're going to give you food.
yes. If we want to, we could actually. The Esperantists in the Netherlands are very nice, so we could actually go to eat at their house like once or twice a week if you wanted to, and it would be home cooked, great, delicious food. Then, U.S. volunteers live and work in one city. Are there any other project divisions where TEJO works with local communities? Working with local communities is mostly done through our national sections, which also have their local clubs, which interact more with, well, their own local cities and everything. And in Rotterdam, we also try to go into the community. but yeah, there's already a lot happening. So
Yes, they are. They definitely are, but it depends on the country. I know, for example, that the Catalonian one is quite active at the moment, and in that case, they also interact with the local communities. So they use Esperanto, of course, in a more specific way compared to their linguistic situation as a minority language and stuff. So yeah, definitely there are many realities throughout the whole world,
yeah.
and not only in Europe, of course.
Yes, Brazil is also very active.
Brazil, Indonesia, Vietnam, and yes.
Asia is becoming more active this year because of the International Youth Congress that's happening there.
Even USA.
Even USA, yeah. Actually very active. What's your favorite TEJO's project? Why? I already said mine, Pasporta Servo, because I've used it all my life.
Esperanto Selime was a lot of fun, honestly. It was very fun. Definitely, Esperanto Selime.
Yeah. Then, can you recommend Esperanto YouTube channels for beginners to intermediate? Any movies? There was a lot of, well, a few movies were dubbed in Esperanto, but usually we like to listen to the original languages and then subtitle in Esperanto. We also have our Masi in Gondolando for children, which I loved. So children's movies are also dubbed in Esperanto a lot.
Yeah, but there is the main one that comes up to my mind. It's definitely the TEJO YouTube channel where you can find a lot of things.
Yeah.
You can find so many things there. Like you could have like 1 month of Esperanto context, not only Esperanto Senlime, but also like the summaries, the recaps of the European projects that they're put there with all the. And also the one that you did in Italy, has it's. About the migration with very interesting topics, musicals, and yeah.
Who else from the organization is based in Rotterdam apart from you volunteers? No one at the moment. We do have someone who comes almost weekly from Belgium, from Antwerp, because it's only 1 hour by train. 1.5 hours. And so we see her a lot. But the rest of TEJO is
Everywhere.
well, we're international, so our president is in not Spain, Catalonia, sorry. And then vice president is from Brazil. Then we have some Polish people, Germans, Indonesians, Indian. So yeah, it's most meetings happen online
For specific reasons.
Yeah. How can I contribute to TEJO's project if I'm not in Rotterdam? So we do a lot of online projects with homemade movies or interactions or discussions. So yeah, it's almost easier to interact with TEJO online than in Rotterdam. Unless you know where we live and you just knock on the door and then, but yeah.
If by contributing you mean also participating to the projects, they also are not in Rotterdam, they are everywhere, there are many. We mentioned the one in Budapest and other places, so you can contribute by participating into the Esperanto community. You can also be a patron. You can be a patron,
Yeah.
yes.
And there's a website, Eventa Servo, which is not from TEJO, but which has a gigantic list of every event that's happening in the world, at what time, where, online, not online. So, yeah. Another question. What is the reception by locals when you personally or TEJO broadly go out and promote Esperanto language and culture? Positive or skeptical? Usually positive or skeptical depending on the age, because when they are older than 50, 55, they've usually learned of Esperanto in the news from 40 years ago and think that it just disappeared. So they're very skeptical. But with the youth, alarm. With the youth, usually they're more interested, or so they have a very positive response. I even one time someone came to me to promote their own project, and in the end I was talking about TEJO and Esperanto for an hour, and then I saw him again 2 weeks later when he came to the office, which was fun.
I would say the cliche before the interaction can be like skeptical, but then after the interaction, it's always very good, I think.
Yeah. Why did you decide to learn Esperanto originally? Do you want to start, or should I?
Pandemic again. Pandemic.
Okay.
And I had a lot of time for free, and I've always been passionate about languages, and I couldn't learn all the languages, so I would just go for one that tries to include them all. So that's how I started.
I'm a native speaker, so I didn't have a choice.
You were just born.
I was born and I was forced to speak Esperanto all the time, and I loved it. But where can I find out more about TEJO? You can ask me, or you can ask him. We know a lot about it. And otherwise on tejo.org.
We have Instagram, we have Telegram, we have anything. We also have a slide to present it, but now there are the questions. So maybe I just leave it. We will leave it at the end.
Yeah.
But we can do it later. So tejo.com, and everything's going to be... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe.
That's where you can contact us or find out more. So thanks for listening, because I didn't see another question. And two more questions? Okay.
We can go back maybe. Thank you.
Do you provide any content for Esperanto promoters, e.g. flyers, brochures, etc.? Yes. We have a lot of it on Canva. Just send an email and we can send you more than your email can accommodate.
But we also have physical ones. You can find them at the kiosk at Guido Budo, the kiosk maybe,
Well, next to the reception.
Next to the reception.
With Esperanto on it and TEJO.
Flyers, reviews, magazines, stuff.
Yeah. You mentioned Contacto. Where can I get it? Is it suitable for beginners? You can get it in the same place, on the table near the reception.
That's just a sample. But
that's a sample. Otherwise, you have to
register for it. You can get it every month online or a physical version. Yeah. And it's definitely suitable for beginners. There are, I think, any different levels of the difficulty of all the articles that are presented in the magazine. And some of them can be very good for people that actually want to start learning Esperanto. The other one can be also more challenging. But there are different levels. And I think it's one of the best ways, actually, because articles are written every month by actual active Esperantists, and they are about the most current themes, topics that not only involve Esperantists, the Esperantist world, but the whole world.
Okay. I think this was the longest one, so congratulations to you for your good questions. And thank you for listening.
Dank on.
Dank on.